So like a table for your wine or whatever beverage you want, your mirror.
Yeah.
So you can make yourself you know what I'm saying, your
hair
hair's
straight.
good, lip gloss popping,
Maybe
makeup
pat.
Yep. Comb.
I'm
mirror.
my own makeup team.
Yes. You're going to get there.
Right.
You're going to get there. And I heard you on your last episode, you said leave in the comments or send you a message. I can't remember what you said, but they might ask you a question and you might want to address it on the next episode.
I like that.
And also stuff that you forget, have questions and stuff you get on your little tablet or not tablet, card or whatever. Eventually you're going to have a card in your hand. You're going to be interviewing people. You're going to have your little card that say, Barber Queeney, Queen Barber, the Queen, whatever. So that comes with it. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah. We're going to get there, but...
Do you like that my socks are showing? Is that swaggy or no?
I think it's swaggy.
I like it.
You see me, I always have on white socks. I don't know what about it, but I just like white socks. But yeah, you cute. So.
All right.
A minute in.
What's up, y'all? Welcome back to another episode of Take Your Time. We're doing it. We're doing it. This is crazy. This is really crazy. If y'all don't know who I am, I'm Queeney, okay? And welcome to Take Your Time podcast. And yeah, this is just a place where we want to remind you in every way, shape, or form through your experiences that it's okay to take your time. Okay, so this episode, I want to say that it's going to be different, but honestly, we don't have enough episodes to say what different really is, right? Because the last episode, I went into how my week was. But if y'all never heard of the term batch shooting, that's what we're doing. We're batch shooting, okay? So we want to maximize our time. So we shoot more than one episode a day. Because why wouldn't we, right? So I've already told y'all how my week was. If you want to know how my week was and you're watching this one and you didn't see the last one, go back to the last one and you can see how my week was. But specifically today, while me and P were on our break, we were talking about her vacation. So I wanted to ask you, P, what is your vacation of choice? What's your most ideal vacation?
I think my ideal vacation would be, first of all, I have to factor in who I'm taking my vacation with, because vacations are important and it's about relaxing. To me, it's about getting rid of noise and distraction, getting rid of work, getting rid of, things that has, I guess, been bothering you. So my first thing I would take into consideration would be who I'm vacationing with. And the next thing would be water. I love the sound of water. Yeah. That's a very peaceful sound to me. I can,
So you don't really care. I mean, not to say that you don't care, but as long as you have water there first and foremost.
Right. Long as I have water, clean water.
Oh, yes.
So a specific spot, that's not a big concern. As long as it has water and I'm with good people and good time, good vibes, that will be an ideal vacation. But my dream vacation, I guess perfect, would be Santorini, Greece.
Ooh. Girl, I seen that on a Groupon. I know how you feel about them Groupons, but I'm going to get you on a Groupon trip.
We're going to get it one day. But yeah, that's my ideal. Santorini, Greece. It's just a perfect place from what I have seen. So that would be my perfect vacation, because it's water. You also have nature. Nature plays a good factor in it too.
Yeah.
That's a peaceful thing. So hope that answers your question.
Yeah. I think my choice of a vacation definitely has water.
Okay.
and great food. Like,
yes,
nice water, great food.
right.
If I have those two things, honestly, I don't care who I'm on vacation with. You can't take me out of my serenity, okay? Especially if the food is all you can eat. I don't even be caring about drinking that much. Just give me a lot of good free food all the time, anytime. I wake up super early anyways when I'm by the water because I like to see the sunrise. So definitely that. And yeah. Oh, and I have to have an ocean front. Like, I want to be, if I'm going to be on the water, I want to be able to see the water from my room. I want to be able to leave my balcony doors open while I sleep, you know? Yeah, so that's really it for me. I definitely would prefer to go on vacation with people who I definitely enjoy. I do understand the concept that you can't go on vacation with everybody because I've been on vacation with people and I was like, never again.
Yes.
You too?
Yes.
Yeah, I think vacation really shows you what type of relationship that you have. And it's not the only thing that shows you, but it's definitely gonna tell something. So, yeah. But that, I just asked because, like, you know, I think when people hear, oh, you're going on vacation, everybody thinks that everybody has the same idea as them.
Exactly.
Right?
Right.
It's like you go on vacation with somebody and they're like the itinerary person. Like, all right, by 6 a.m. we have to be here. By 9 a.m. that's our next stop. By 10, and not to say that that can be a bad thing because that can also be very fun, but you just got to know that that's what you're going for, right?
Yeah.
So you can't be that person and assume that everybody else is that person. Because some people, that's not vacation to them.
Right.
Some people, vacation is literally waking up, being by the beach, or waking up, you know, immersing yourself in the mountains, or, you know, going on tours to explore the city and find out what the city's about. So everybody has a different view of what that is. But I think that we are so used to hearing the word vacation and we just automatically assume, especially nowadays with like TikTok and YouTube, I think the assumption is like jet skis, ATV,
right.
zip line, like, and you know, all you could drink and clubs. Yeah. And it's like, no, everybody kind of has a choice on, you know, what they desire as their recharge, as their getaway. And so that kind of brings me into like what I wanted to talk to you guys about. And it's just that you guys have the gift of choice. Like, we all have the gift of choice.
Right.
And that is just so amazing. Like, I don't think that the majority of society understand. Actually, this is kind of bothering me. Does my cup look a little like dirty? Because I've been carrying it around everywhere. It need to be a little clean, huh? It's a little smudgy.
I mean, yeah, wipe down a little bit, but I wouldn't say dirty because I know that it's not dirty. But
I'm going to get a new cup.
Okay.
Hold on. Just hold on 1 second. I'll be right back.
Oh, that was quick. Okay.
Yeah, girl, I just switched out cups. I got the clean cups on deck, okay?
Mm-hmm.
Because me and Pete took a little walk on our break.
Right.
So we have the cups with us. What was I saying? Hi, I'm still okay.
Mm-hmm. So we were talking about people thinking vacation's supposed to be.
Yeah, and then we went
all
into
drinks, yeah. And then you
the
went
choice.
Into the choice, yes.
Yeah, so I think society has us thinking that we don't have choice, you know, that when we wake up, the decision is already made for us. But God literally gives us choice every single day. God allows us to make any decision in this world that we want to make. And, you know, you can think about that and perceive it as scary, or you can think about that and perceive it as uplifting and inspiring. And I choose to look on that side of things. Like, I know that And it may seem like, okay, well, if I choose to say, because I'm just thinking about the edits, but anyways, if I choose to do that, then somebody can look at me and choose to see me as evil, disrespectful, raunchy, ratchet. And that's true. They have the same ability to choose just like you. But that doesn't mean that now they have your choice, because they have a choice to make about you. Does that make sense?
Yes.
And so, yeah, I think that that's just kind of what I wanted to talk about today. I'm trying to think of a situation in my life, actually my entire life has been leading in choices. But I can definitely think about, like, in the past, right? When it came to, like, me wanting to be in a relationship and not really knowing why I wanted to be in a relationship. I guess that just seemed like the thing to do, because when you get older, you're supposed to get a boyfriend, is what they told me. I mean, nobody really said that out loud, but yeah. So I'm thinking, you know, I'm supposed to be interacting with guys and dating and this, that, and the third, and this is what's going to help me find the perfect guy. And because I'm choosing to see these guys as a perfect guy, in my head, it seems like every guy that I'm meeting at a time would be the perfect guy, essentially, because not meeting, but every guy that I'm choosing at the time would be the perfect guy. And I remember being in situations and asking the people around me for their advice and what they would do. And I mean, you know, nowadays you really don't have to ask people. People are going to give you their opinions. The peanut gallery is
even when it's needed or not.
Yeah. Yes. They're going to give it to you. Yes. And so at this point, you know, I'm thinking, okay, well, let me ask, what should I do? What should I do? And the advice always felt like, of course, from them, it seemed like it was clear, like it was right. But when I received it, it didn't feel like that was what I needed to do. And I also had a feeling that, like, dang, I asked these people advice and now I'm not going to take it. That makes me look ungrateful, or that makes me look, it goes back to me perceiving how they perceive me, right? And I didn't make the choice that I thought that I should make. I made the choice that other people thought that I should make. And anytime that I put myself in those situations, I always regretted it in the end, because in the moment that I didn't get the outcome that I desired, it was like, dang, I knew I shouldn't have, or dang, I knew I should have listened to myself. And I think that that's such a pivotal memory in my life, because even though when I have these conversations, I always look back to the certain moment, which I'm not going to go into detail about, but it was when I really understood that other people can't make your choice for you. They're not walking in your shoes. They can't see what you see. They can't feel what you feel. And that doesn't mean that they are not experienced. That doesn't mean that they don't have the knowledge and that they haven't been through it and that their advice is not good. That doesn't mean any of that. But at the end of the day, you have to first base your happiness, your reality, off of what it is that's within you, that's helping you to make these decisions, right? And so going to the outside world, I just found like it can be beneficial, but start with yourself first, you know, because it doesn't matter how many people give you that advice. At the end of the day, the choice is still yours. And guess what? If you talk to 5 people and they say, oh yeah, you should definitely beat up Sally Sue. You should definitely beat her up because she tried you. And then you go beat up Sally Sue going off of their choices because you gave them you gave them your choice. Guess what? When the police come and take you to jail for beating up Sally Sue, guess who is not going to jail with you? The people who gave you advice, the people who you thought they gave you the best choice, the people who you gave your choice to, supposedly. At the end of the day, it don't matter. You're the one that's acting on it. And so you have to be the one also who has the determining factor of what it is that you're going to do with every action that you take, every thought that you have. Really? Wow. So yeah.
Now you can see how we got to 30 minutes on the next
That
one.
was, yeah.
Because it was a good conversation.
Yeah.
Okay. Well,
yeah. But what do you think, P? Like, just as far as like what I've been saying so far.
I mean, I feel like you touched everything. It's nothing I can say bad about it.
Have you ever been in a situation where you gave your choice to somebody else and you regretted it?
I'm going to say yes. I've been in a situation where I've let somebody else make a choice, but I don't regret it. I take it as I know that I probably wouldn't let it happen again. But everybody's situation is different. So I might let it happen again with a different person.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
It do.
Okay.
It do.
Yeah, so I try not to live my life with regrets.
That's very true.
Yeah.
It does make sense. I would say I do understand that concept, like of obviously not living in regrets.
I try not to.
Trying, at least.
I try my best. I try my hardest.
As long as you don't, well, for me, as long as I don't dwell on regretting, then I'm okay with it. Because for me, like, I feel like it's just a part of being like, it's just a part of awareness, right? So you do something, you give somebody your choice, and then afterwards you feel like you don't even have to say, especially certain situations, you don't have to say out loud that you regret it. But sometimes what I feel like in my heart and in my stomach after things have like played out, after giving my choice away, it feels like sometimes it feels like an attack, and that might be the dramatic end of it, but it still feels that way. And to be able to feel that and know, like, I don't like how that feels. I don't like how that felt. I don't like how I felt that way, and it wasn't even my decision. But at the end of the day, technically, it was my decision. But in my head, it didn't feel like it was my decision because I'm taking what I believe is what's best for me based off of what I've gotten from you. Does that make sense?
Yes.
And so that's why I don't think that it's necessarily about the person. I think that it's just about like what it does to your heart posture, what it does to your mind posture. There's been things that have happened that have genuinely made me feel like I don't ever have to experience that again. I don't ever have to experience that again. And whether that's with you or the next person, the idea that I know that there's more reasons than just me giving my choice away, but the basis of it is me lending my choice or feeling like I had no choice, that I was held hostage to somebody else's decision for me, and that plays a part in why I feel this way. I want to make sure that I can alleviate that feeling as much as I can. So if I know that that correlates with anything, like I don't care if it is the system that we live in. The system wants to tell us that we are poor, that if it's that supply and demand exists, right? So if it's so much over here, if it's so much money in this area, then that means that there's not enough money for this area. If there's so much food for this area, that means that there's not enough food for this area. These are all choices that we're deciding to believe in and walk in. And just the idea of living in lack can also, like I said, it goes back to the last episode, bring more lack to your life, right? And it doesn't matter what subject we're talking about. All it matters is that once you decide that you are without. And don't get me wrong, I understand it's not always a consistent thing. You don't always feel like, oh, everything's just perfect. I don't have any problems. Abundance flow in. Like, of course, it would be nice to be in that space where that is continuous, and maybe that is possible, right? But at the same time, it's like, even if you're not always there, find a way, like I said, to get back there. Choose to understand that God definitely has your back.
Yeah.
God is abundant. God is everlasting. God is all flowing. God is so infinite.
That's when you got to have that faith.
That's it.
Yeah.
In any circumstance in your life, whether it be, I don't know, gas is $8. How am I going to fill up my gas tank? What is wrong with my camera? What's that?
Battery low.
Oh.
Close. It's still filming though.
Okay.
Yeah.
Whether it be like, oh, gas is $8. How are we ever going to get gas? Oh, we're about to be in a pandemic. Let me go get eight packages of tissue. Like, even that concept of living in, like, oh, there's not enough and God will not be able to supply, so I have to control the situation and supply myself. Like, it's not real. And you get to choose in your head to believe that you have an abundant God that will always supply, that will always be there when you need God, that you don't have to always know every step that's ahead, that you can just take the first step and the second step will follow. I didn't know that I was going to be sitting here talking to you guys about what I'm talking to you guys about until I shot the first episode. I didn't know. And guess what I did before we started shooting? I was sitting there trying to figure out, dang, what am I going to talk about? Do I need to start writing stuff down? Do I need to listen to something? Do I need to scroll? You don't need to do anything but show up. Mm-hmm. You don't need to do anything. All you need to do is show up and take your first step. And the second step is going to follow. You don't need to have all the answers to the choices that you're making. Go with what you feel on the inside is the right decision. Find your discernment. Make that choice. And the next choice will follow. Let's stop trying to act like we got to have all the answers, okay? Yeah. Because the only one that has all the answers is God. I don't care who try to act like they got it, okay? I don't care if it's Fox News, ESPN, TNT, or the person on the podcast. They have answers based off of their experience, and that's okay. And you can create answers based off of yours. That's not to say don't be inspired, because you can 100% be inspired. But at the end of the day, the choice is yours to make. And as long as you remember that God is everlasting, ever flowing, always abundant, always infinite, always loving, and always going to guide you in your right direction, and you ask God for guidance throughout your entire day and your entire life, you are going to be okay. Okay, I promise. All right. Take your time. Okay, y'all. So thank you for tuning in. I know that your girl got a little passionate, but that's what I'm here for, okay? I'm giving you guys the information as it comes. So how it comes, I just want to let you know in advance, okay? I love you, and I'm grateful for all of you guys. And I'm so glad that we made it to our 4th episode, okay? And I will see you guys in the next episode. Thank you.